Hello everyone, I'm Power, and welcome to the sixth episode of the FNAF DEVLOG series. Or you could even say it's the sixth night, eh? Get, get it? Because, FNAF 1, like night 6, extra night. No? No? Okay. Anyways, compared to the previous episodes, this one's actually a big one because I have a huge announcement coming up regarding to the project. Okay, no, I'm not canceling it, and no, I'm not going to say it right now. You'll just have to wait and see, alright? Okay, alright, now, without further ado... First things first, the hover menu that I added to the watch in the previous episode is actually useful now. And how, you may ask? Well, you see, I've implemented the main gameplay loop already, and okay, yeah, no, I did stray a bit far away from the original concept that I was talking about, but I think the newer gameplay loop is a bit more simple and more, let's say, easier to implement, And what I did was basically a fazbear scavenger hunt where you collect pages. Now, hold on, I can see you typing, "Oh, this is just Slenderman" in the comments. Okay, hear me out first, alright? The idea is that you can leave the location at any time you want, and your only goal is to gather evidence and record animatronics. Then you need to collect as much data as possible before 6 a.m. and if you fail, and by fail I mean if you don't leave the location before 6 a.m., then, I don't know, you get arrested or something, I don't know, but you do lose the game though. But don't think that's your only goal. You see, I'm thinking of implementing ranks to each night, and how that's gonna work out is that it's gonna depend on the number of pages or percentage of video footage evidence you recorded. For example, if you get 6 pages and no recording, you get C or D rank, and if you get 50% recording and maybe around, I don't know, 4 pages, you get A rank, and if you get them all, you get S rank, and so on. I mean, I am kind of oversimplifying some stuff though, so you'll have to see for yourself when the game finally comes out. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about some more interesting stuff. I finally added all the animatronics, and okay, to be honest, they were fairly easy to add. I mean, especially Bonnie and Chica, because, since they pretty much work the same as Freddy in the base game. But before adding them, I decided to update Freddy's walking animation because my animating skills have improved a lot since then. And also, I'm gonna be honest, it just doesn't look that good, man. So here's what I ended up with. And I'd say it's a huge improvement from the previous one. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anyhow, with the Freddy animation done, I started working on the Bonnie and Chica animations, and I gotta say, it was pretty much a smooth sailing. I made the animations, put them in the Unity, put the same code as Freddy but tweaked it up a little bit, and voila, they're done. Now, that was fine, right? But the main problem was implementing Foxy. As you guys might know, Foxy works way different than the rest of the group in the original game. He has these stages on the camera that you need to pay attention to, and when he's at the final stage, he starts running towards the office to, jump scare you. And that works fine and dandy in the original game, and the Help Wanted port of that. But how the hell am I supposed to add him to my version of the game? I can't make him run to the office, since that would be stupid because you spend 90% of the game outside of the office. So I had two ideas. One was to make him like this Weeping Angel character where if you don't shine the flashlight or look at him, he starts moving, but otherwise he just stands still. And the second one was that every now and then he would run towards the last place where you made the loud sounds, such as running, dropping objects, yada yada. And guess which one I picked? Second option, of course. I mean, mainly because I hate the idea of weeping angels in horror games, and it would just be a really stupid idea in general. Why does he stop when you look at him? It's Foxy we're talking about, man. This is the guy that can see through your Freddy mask disguise in FNAF 2. I mean, to be honest, it would be much easier to implement a weeping angel mechanic, but I'm not a cheapskate, so I'll gladly take the second option. And with me finally picking what I'm gonna go with for Foxy, I started coding. And oh boy, let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. I mean, at least for me. Like, it sounded easy to do on paper, but this guy just refused to work properly, and it was driving me insane. I would go into more technical details, but I don't want to bore you guys to death, so just know that it was painfully annoying. And I wish I recorded some of the glitches I had during the code testing, but I forgot it, so whoops. But even after all that, it worked! And with that, we finally have all the animatronics in the game. Though, all of them starting at the same time isn't really a good idea, so I made a slight change to the code that will activate each animatronic depending on the hour. Oh, also, about the pages that I mentioned earlier, they aren't the only things that you can collect. You see, I made it so that you can also collect these Easter egg posters that you see on FNAF 1. You know, like the one with the crying children, or, you know, like the Freddy breaking himself and stuff. And how this works is that every time you start a new night, one of the hallway posters randomly switches to an Easter egg one. And if you collect it, it adds to your page count, even if you already collected all the 6 pages before. Alright, now that I told you guys everything I've done for the last few weeks, it is now time for the announcement that you may or may not have been waiting for. You see, with all the animatronics added and the main gameplay loop is pretty much done, I think it's safe to say that the game is at least 80 or 85% done already. So, I would like to announce that the game will be coming out next month! Yes, you heard it right. If my lazy ass doesn't decide to delay it to August later, I'm planning on releasing the full game on GameJolt and maybe itch.io next month. I don't exactly know when though. So, the next devlog about the game will hopefully be about the full release date announcement, or maybe even the trailer, who knows. Though I do have a question for you guys. Since I can't name the game FNAF VR Free Roam for obvious reasons, what should I name it? I was thinking of maybe Investigation at Freddy's VR or something, and I had this name idea for a while now, but I'm not sure if it sounds good or not. Well, what do you guys think? Do you have a better name idea? Please let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate your feedback a lot. And yeah, with that out of the way, time for me to get back to work, eh? And honestly, I am kind of afraid of releasing it, but if I don't release it sooner or later, it will be in a development hell forever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and maybe subscribe so that you can play the game before everyone when it comes out. Anyways, see y'all later. Bye!